Hello, I'm Anirudh Sundar. My student number is 219893114. This is my EECS 1011 my main project. So this is my MOSFET board, my Arduino board, the MOSFET, the pump, moisture sensor, and the plant with soil. So the thing is, the soil is already wet, so you can't really get any information from that. So for now, I will keep the moisture sensor outside, dry it off, and this is the pump. We will see if water pours in when I activate the program. So now I will run the program. And it's running. So yes, right now, because the moisture sensor is dry, water is flowing, it's plotting the graph, and it's saying that the soil is dry in the command window. So now when I insert the moisture sensor in water, the water flow stops, and when I take it out again, moisture starts again. So now it's running. I'll put this in the soil just to show that it stops. Right now the moisture has stopped. See, it's saying no need to water, and this is the graph. So 1 is dry, 0 is wet. So for CLO1, we have an algorithm that uses states to go through different stages of the program. A button press exits the loop and terminates the program. Otherwise, the pump is turned on and off based on soil moisture values measured by the sensor. The state machine is driven by this value, determining if we need water or the plant is wet. For CLO2, we are using a procedural programming constructs like loops. In this, we are using an infinite while loop. Basically a conditional loop running if it's on condition if true. We use a conditional statement based on the state of the soil moisture sensor, that is if the soil is dry, wet, or not so wet, to turn the pump on and off. And we also use a button to terminate the program, which is here. And we use a MATLAB file with a function called plot moisture for plotting the graph. The function has 3 input parameters: the timestamps, the moisture levels, and the plot handles. The plot handle is the initiated plot object. This plots the graph continuously with time, as we can see here. It's plotting continuously with time. And we use a state machine driven by the state of the button and soil moisture sensor. The state machine uses this info to determine when to water and for how long. The button press is used to terminate the program. We convert the sensor data from 3.5 volts to 3.5 volts to 2.7 volts, which is basically the range of the moisture wet threshold and dry threshold. So we convert that into values of 1 and 0, where 1 is for dry and 0 is for wet. And then we use MATLAB to automatically plot data using a program from a computer sensor, which is the soil sensor, as we can see there. And it's plotted with the moisture value on the y-axis and time on the x-axis. We are interfacing the central micro chip controller to a MOSFET relay that controls the pump. It turns the pump on and off. We use a soil moisture sensor to put data into the computer through a microchip cable. So it goes from here to the MOSFET to the pump for turning the pump on and off, and we use a moisture sensor to accept values to the microcontroller, which goes to the computer. And this is the flowchart of my project. Thank you. And now I will terminate when pressing the button. So I press the button and the program terminated. Thank you.